Hi, everyone. Happy Monday. It's been a super busy, super rich experience for me this weekend with lots of interaction with friends and celebrations and such. And yeah, right back into clinic and getting after it. Today's theme, what this is one of these sort of sayings that I find really helpful for myself as I'm sort of going through things and they don't always work out exactly the way that I want them to. I remind myself that what I'm doing when we practice the way we practice here is we're trying to turn temporary states into permanent traits. And again, it's one of these like underpinnings of self-directed neuroplasticity is that when you stimulate a certain experience intentionally, you create a temporary state of whatever it might be, right? So love, kindness, equanimity, something positive. And the idea is to turn that into a permanent trait by continuing to reinforce that experience. And so there's sort of two temporary states that overlap that I want to sort of put on the table for us today. The first one is humility. So I'll define humility as when we recognize our limitations or something that we wanted to go a certain way. Maybe we had an opinion or an idea or we set out to do something and it doesn't work out that way, right? And maybe now you start getting feedback from others saying like, hey, that kind of sucks or you didn't do that very well. Or so that's the state of humility. The other one is creativity. And so the idea there is being able to look at yourself, situations, life through a lens that is imbued with a sense of there's probably lots of other ways of explaining what happened here or this thing that doesn't feel good right now. So I think when you combine humility with creativity, it creates a really useful temporary state that I know for me, I like to think that I'm trying to really bake that in as a permanent trait that I go through life with a high degree of humility combined with creativity, because I think that's where really good authentic connection comes from. That's where just some like good wholehearted stuff lives in that intersection. And so I thought today let's spend some time exploring that. So go ahead, close your eyes. Take a minute or two to just drop in, noticing what is right here, right now, noticing the temperature, noticing the way the body feels. Like, how would you describe the state of your organism right now? Also noticing the state of the mind. It's busy, active, calm, whatever you find, just notice that. And appreciating that whatever you find in this present moment, it's everything. It's all we got. It's just this right now. So our capacity to be with the body, with the mind, with our spirit, our thoughts, capacity to make space for all of that. This is all we've got. Everything that's happened this morning is done. Everything that is about to transpire this afternoon hasn't happened yet. And so we're just left with just this right here, right now, and just noticing there's peace, there's stillness, safety. A good example of this temporary state of finding yourself right here, right now, generally doing okay. The more we strengthen that, the more we bring awareness to it. It's how we slowly build it into a permanent trait in our nervous system, in our mind. Just remembering this is possible. Just trying to carry this forward into a thought experiment here. So think of a situation maybe recently where there's, I don't know, some sense of discomfort or regret where you're just like, oh my gosh, that didn't go nearly the way that I wanted it to. Maybe some people felt disappointed. Maybe some people were even hurt. This is, see if you can notice or activate some degree of humility. It's like, oh yeah, that's what that's what happens. Despite the best of intentions, despite whatever effort we put into that situation, it still resulted in something that we hadn't planned on, that we didn't like. And that's humility. It's just noticing like there's a life has a tendency to have its own agenda, and it doesn't always match with how we want things to go. Sometimes I feel like I just eat a slice of humble pie. Other times I feel like I'm sort of gobbling down the whole thing or it's in my face. That's okay. My sense of humility is a really healthy, sort of sobering experience to get familiar with. And if we can meet those moments of disappointment with creativity, it takes a lot of courage, I think, to look at situations and ourselves and say, huh, maybe I could have done things differently, or given that things were going in a different direction, maybe I could have responded more skillfully or more kindly or more patience. And that's the flavor of creativity that I'm referring to. It's being open-hearted and open-minded. So just feeling into the intersection of humility and creativity. Noticing where that registers in the body. Like, where do you feel humility and creativity? Is it in the chest, the throat, the belly? See if you can notice where you feel that. I think the combination of the two is very powerful. Puts us ironically into a position of power and confidence when we can feel humility combined with creativity. That's where authenticity, sort of the wellspring of authenticity, genuine connections, right action. Imagining if that was a more permanent trait in our being, in our nervous system. Just a really familiar place to live from. Take a deep breath in through the nose, long, slow out breath through the mouth, relaxing the throat, the jaw, the neck, the shoulders. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and in through the nose and out. Relaxing the belly, the chest, the hands, the shoulders, just letting it go. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes, come on back. Yeah, hope that was useful. Wasn't really on my radar this morning, and then had some life experience, and I was like, oh, there it is. Good time to flex the humility and creativity muscles. So hope that was useful. Appreciate you guys. See you tomorrow, same time, same place.